Yeah, this is the final NieR Replicant stream for real. Last night was a fake. It was a fake. Today we're finishing it. So, hey, yeah. Last night we got ending D. We deleted all of my save data, and then we started a new game, and we just got to new content, and then I had to stop. So, where we are is we're Kaine. And that's good. So yeah, I guess you played up until you go to the area, and then when she like has her Kingdom Hearts moment, when NieR reaches for her, he becomes Data or something, and then she wakes up in the actual timeline 3 years after ending D, after NieR has sacrificed himself and all of his save data to save her. Oh, Pansky! That's fair. Good luck out there. We're in heavy spoilers, I think, because this is new shit, kind of. State of Play almost never has anything good. Well, you say that, there's gonna be something real good. Oh, there's she running. Oh, and with the lighting outside, it is gonna be extremely hard to see, so I might not be in cosplay too long.
I killed so many shades when I was trying to rescue Yona. But now, I have this strange feeling like somehow they're not all bad.
That's because you know.
Couldn't for the life of me explain why, though.
So yeah, we're kinda, we have new moves just with one of her swords, though. Oh, that's a good move. Oh, damn. Wait, can I... Air dash. Air spiral. Okay, so yeah, we just switched to her. I love that she's still got her run going on. Okay, so yeah, we... Does she have anything? Oh yeah, we looked at Emil's staff. Whoop! Brang. Brang. Yeah, it's the weather has been kind of crazy today, so it's really bright, making the teeth really visible, making it hard to see. So there's a strong chance I might take this head off sooner than I meant.
Annoying little bastards.
There we go. Holy shit! Okay. Do it again. I just want to play as her a lot now. Holy shit. She is ready to murder. Yeah, the best parry in the whole game. No, no, no. Wait, did I... She didn't attack in her dodge?
Last one of you.
Magic Man, fuck off.
Feels like there's a lot of shades around lately. Maybe I should check in on Yona's village.
Oh yeah, Yona's chilling. Yona's chilling and fine. Is it worth is there anything worth running around to like make sure I go do? Or is it just kind of follow the story? Glad to hear it. There's a couple of things? Okay, yeah. Just well, I don't know where to explore and not to explore. So yeah, just if I'm gonna miss something, feel free to tell me to go somewhere. Oh, nice. Junk heap? Okay, so that is an optional thing. Okay, we'll just, yeah, I guess we'll go where things exist. Is that rocks or is that... Oh no!
Dead. Wonder if it was attacked by shades.
You have to give 10 subs if you don't explore everything without telling us... Wait. Without us telling you how to play.
Maybe this'll be me someday.
Well, everyone dies and turns into a boar. Oh shit! Her down move is a stomp? Step on me? Amazing. Oh, I was gonna do my move. Fucking hell! Bye. Gravity doesn't care about you. Dun, dun, da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Goodbye. Oh, missed. What? Whatever. Whatever. Someone chilling up there? The hell? Or did someone fall through the world? I hear you. Oh. Breakdance on them fools. I see a boss over there. Should I go to Forest of Myth? Or is that for later, like I'm thinking and I shouldn't go there now? Oh hey, a human, kind of.
Die, damn you! Die! Hey, get back! It's dangerous here!
I'm the shit. I was gonna say I'm the danger and then I fucked up. God, all the moves. It's kind of too bad to not have a projectile because I'm so used to it now, but it's also fine. Hello, little lad.
Thanks for the save.
Shades have been on the rise around here lately. Now go home.
Oh, believe me, I want to. Thing is, I've got a job to take care of. See, we haven't been able to get in touch with anyone in the Forest of Myth.
Okay.
Somebody's got to go over there and make sure they're all right.
And that someone is you. You will make it 10 feet before some shade mauls your ass.
Specifically.
I'll go.
What? Really? Oh, man. Thanks a million. Oh, wait. You should take these.
Thanks.
I'll wait for you around here. And thanks again.
Okay, so that's main story now then. So let's go everywhere else. Let's beat this big man. And head to the junk heap, I guess. Go on. Goodbye. White Moonflower? They just give it to you? I don't see any of the... Oh. Oh! Get down! Kinda, get down!
What's a lunar tear doing here? I feel like something happened. Something important. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I feel like...
That's the whole thing of everything now. It's that she remembers, just not what. Okay, that makes sense. I love that she doesn't have a magic meter though. Thank you, Mike. $49. Someone just raged everyone? Oh, this guy. Oh, please, both guys. Also healed them. Not on your watch. Da, 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 da.
The hell is this? Regarding the closure of the junk heap, we've discovered that the number of robots being produced in the junk heap has been increasing with each passing year.
Oh shit.
For safety purposes, passage beyond this point is now forbidden.
Forbidden.
Two brothers' weaponry.
Alright, I decided, for my sake of seeing, I'm gonna take this off for a bit.
God damn it. Came all this way for nothing. The hell is regard me for two?
So I wonder if this is talking about BP's rise shit, if that's even happening yet. I don't think it is. But I mean, the robots could be related to that. Hydrate, okay. But it's kind of nice and kind of too bad that their dive move is amazing. Where's my phone? I keep hearing it. Oh, it's on a very loud thing. That's why. Go to there. Anyway, it's nice that there's not really trophies besides just finishing it seems like. Now we get Magic Man. Step on. Oh, nope. I mean, I guess this is where you'd get the one trophy, but yeah. No magic babies, no. Autonomous development? Crunchy. NieR wasn't there to kill all the shades like an early game. Well, it's overrun with robots being created. Because I think Khalil seemed to be the only shade that was there for a bit until more appeared, but then I don't know. I mean, they could have gone there, but I feel like shades wouldn't know to like show up there to hide or whatever. Plus, there's no people there. Boom.
Village seems fine. Guess I'll skip it for now. I'll just freak everybody out if I go in there anyway.
They still won't let her in. C4 village. Just the way we like it. I can! I don't know if I tried holding those. Neat. I guess we can go check on the dock? Just to see? Oh, hi.
Sorry, but the ferry's out of service at the moment.
Well, there is none.
Shades have damaged the canal, and no one's got any time to fix it. Might be a while before we've got things up and running again. I know it's not great news, but you'll have to get around on foot for a while. Watch yourself, alright?
Alright. Alright, I left one shade alive over here somewhere. There he is, just chilling. I think he's the only shade in the whole field. The whole anywhere. But soon. Goodbye. Yeah, there's like never anything up here, I think, besides an item spawn. There's some crates. How did I know? How did I know? It is, so it's, I really love that we play as her with like her moveset. Part of me is like, I really wish she had her second sword so we can like, cause that would be even more unique. But I mean, her moveset is different, I think.
Home?
Oh yeah, somebody's home. They're fine though. Wait, is it the same? It's similar to NieR's, I guess. Meow. Hi, bud. I didn't talk to you. Sorry. Everybody's fine.
Shit.
Something strange with the divine tree. Oh, there's more people here. Oh, there's a seal there. We are just getting to it, huh?
What are those things doing here? Wait, did they kill the villagers?
Okay, you guys are those guys, but different. Okay. Shit.
Come on, more? They just keep on coming.
You'll never keep it coming. They're just like pipes? Fuck. Entirely made of pipes. Oh, the seal's gone.
Why would robots be coming out of a place like that?
Well, robots come from the internet, everyone knows that. I didn't see the mayor here. There's the mayor here. Oh.
Robots suddenly emerged from the divine tree.
Divine tree. Well. So anyway, I'm excited. Because, I mean, as you guys probably know now, or if you read E, It's not really just a tree. There is a way, so I'm gonna... Oh shit.
What's going on here? What's a place like this doing inside a tree?
What's a place like this doing a girl like you? Looks like a tree pal. Oh, okay. It's absolutely a tree. Oh, you guys seen a tree like this? I don't know. I see you on the map, hacker. I see you.
Welcome to the Sea of Humanity.
Oh shit.
Welcome to the Cemetery of Sin and Punishment.
The hell?
Those are...
Our replicant. A manufactured existence.
Kyle McCartney and Kira Buckland.
Who are you? Show
Fucking knew
yourselves.
it.
Remain calm. Do not be hasty. Soon we shall meet.
I see trees like this
Creepy
every day.
little freaks.
Creepy little freaks. I'm so excited. Like this, I love that they made this in they put it in game form. Like I wish that it had been the whole time. Sure is crunchy. What up, nerd? Ooh, we got different boxes now. You're one hit, boy. Also, I think I'll stick to, I don't know if I should have a timer to put the Emil head back on, or just if more people show up. Cause I wanna not wear it, but I wanna see all this as best as I can. Especially, well, I guess it's less bright right now, which is kinda nice. I feel like I'm lying to the world. But I also did last night on accident. There's some pipes in here. Pretty normal tree.
This is an integrated information management database designed to resemble a perennial plant.
Perennial.
It transmits phenomena
I like the lights.
memory unit.
I don't understand a damn thing you're saying.
Observations of you have been recorded as well. You brought an end to Project Gestalt.
Maybe.
You killed the original Gestalt.
Maybe.
Now the remaining Gestalts run wild because they have nowhere left to go. Your actions have caused the deaths of countless replicants.
Show your damn faces already!
Do not be hasty. Soon we shall meet.
So yeah, this is.
Soon we shall meet.
See, originally indeed it's just what we saw, which was like, well, fuck, NieR's gone forever, but Kaine's fine and Yona's fine, and I'm sure things turned out well. But you know, if you were listening, things are gonna not turn out well, and this is like directly like, hey, humanity is fucking doomed now because of you. Good job. Thanks. Glad I could help. Oh, it's getting more metal. Hello. Coward. You're not one-hit boys anymore. I've been lied to. Uh-oh. Don't you zapping me. No zapping me. Uh-oh. My body! Oh, there's some of my blood all over. I didn't miss anything to explore, did I? I mean, I'm kind of already in here. Forever. I mean, we saw the boar, we saw the flowers, we saw the junk heap. That was kind of everything. Oh, fuck. This is what the inside of your computer looks like. Let me miss everything. You didn't? Okay, cool. So there's not too much, it's just some looking around at stuff, which I'm glad I did. This is good. Is this a reactor? Oh shit! Oh, the music. This was that track. I was like, I shouldn't hear this. Oh, what are these guys called? Enforcers or something like that?
Yes, how nice of you to join us.
Hey, kids. Oh, administrators. What'd I say, enforcers? It's like the same thing. Also, the emblems on them.
How full of life you are. We won't get anywhere like this. Now then, let us fight.
They enforce the administration. Hello? Oh, he's got electric feet. Oh, God. Don't touch his feet, he hates it. Oh, wait, are you just gonna... What are you gonna do? Okay.
What the sweet crap is up with these freaks?
I can't get out! I can't see! It like unlocked there. Slap me though. No, not that one. No, not when I'm not ready though. Slap me when I'm ready. Go ahead and slap me when I'm ready. Can I, probably not. Oh, I can! Nice! I thought it'd still knock me back. Nice miss, idiot. Nice hit, me. What? Okay. Pew! Shit. Hey, that's her magic seal in there. Slap me when I'm ready. They're the same voice actors at least. And we'll I mean, they I feel like in a way they kind of could be, but not really. Who knows? Don't worry about it. Like, not quite, but like precursors because of how androids and all that shit came to be. I mean, I think they're in the original novella that this is.
Are those things me?
Yes. I don't know if there's anything that directly says, like, and then this became the androids, but, like, this is a thing, like, I think, oh, what's the word? Not documenting, but, like, keeping records or whatever on humanity. Are you talking about Mosso particles? Ah, shit, I missed whatever that was. I'm gonna be reading and just mashing. Mosso research. Oh, they're just talking about all this shit, huh?
If you wanted me to follow any of this, you're gonna be real fucking disappointed.
Your comprehension is unnecessary.
For his killing. Is this not so?
These other me's are brittle as hell. I ought to be insulted.
It matters not how many copies.
She doesn't complete her role.
They will simply disperse and immediately reconstruct themselves.
Okay.
Still much fun to be had.
There's much killing to be done.
Come to an end.
God damn, you're annoying. I want to tear these freaks apart, eat the pieces, and shit them into a trash can.
Holy shit, alright. Level 50!
Fucking hell.
So I missed part of the lore. I just was trying to pay attention. And then they mentioned Maso particles, which is the demon particles. Which is magic shit that came from Angelus. Something about research. I kind of missed what they were saying, if this is like where the data for that was originally kept or something.
You little fuckers.
The boy!
Kaine! Are you okay?
Oh wait, is this the...
Emil?
You betcha!
Oh yeah, Masa's from... No. I think Masa was from Angelus and White Chlorination. His hands!
It's good to see you safe.
White Chlorination was from that. It might be both though. Yes, I remember it being described that he had like more bones.
Yeah.
The boy!
I sense tremendous power in that magic circle. I think it's acting as an energy source. If we can destroy it, all the other Kaines should disappear too.
Got it.
I'll take care of the magic circle. You focus on kicking some Kaine butt.
You can say ass, it's
The
okay.
other Kaine's butts, not your Kaine butt. You, the real
Not your kind of butt.
I get it, Emil. Just focus.
I want to look at the boy. Look at all his hands. He's doing it.
Who is that?
Transcended humanity.
What are those voices?
Just a couple of little fucks.
The arms we picked up along the way. Maybe this is why I always like to pick up arms in D&D campaigns.
Gosh, it feels like it's been forever since we fought together.
This seems familiar. I think
Look at him
it was
go.
Someone else who used to fight with us. My memories are...
Unusual phenomenal
Oh.
fluctuation observed.
You just gonna trick me like that?
Fascinating.
Terribly fascinating. I'm gonna have to go rewatch this after just to make sure I catch everything. Cause there's so much to look at and listen to. And I'm glad I'm not wearing the mask because I couldn't read very well. Little boy's arm bones. That's the part I don't remember.
I did it!
I specifically remember that he had more arms in like the written thing, but I don't remember where it said it came
Is that
from.
a doorway?
Are we getting to the copied city shit? What?
Beyond here lies that which was lost. The final hope for you to reclaim.
Hi, boy. How you doing? Can I see your hands? No, can you show me your hands? So one thing I was thinking about doing with this cosplay was like having my arms, but also having like plastic skeleton arms, so I can like have them kind of dangly and hide my own. But like, I forgot about this, so like it could be even more canon, really, with 2 sets of arms. Kenny said she'd come visit me for my birthday. I wish we could celebrate her birthday sometime, but that'd be so fun. That'd be so fun. Oh, shitters.
Whoa. What is this place? At least there don't seem to be any bad guys around.
Emil, I didn't get a chance to ask yet with all the fighting and shit, but what happened to you back then? And where have you been? And why the hell do you have 4 arms?
Kaine, Look, it's gonna take way too long to get into all that now.
Fine. I was worried, you know?
Aw, Kaine.
Aw.
But look at us now. Team Camille.
Look at us.
Back together again.
Camille!
Yeah, I guess so.
Team Camille. The tree is so interesting. Now hold your butts. Oh, okay. Thought I wouldn't try, did you? Didn't you not think? I do like that I can go up here. It's too bad there's nothing I can see. But I can go here. Those bird cages? Or are these like the arboretums, but more? Oh shit, it is. Shadowlord's Castle? I was gonna say this reminded me of the shrine a little bit, but different. There's the tree. Oh, thanks, bud. You guys got some block pigeons? There's stuff over there. Okay. It's really nothing, but I want it. Hi, buddy. This is really cool. Really cool! But it's really powerful. Oh god. The herb. I wanna...
Kaine, I feel like I've forgotten something really important.
There's a couple
Tell
ways
me about
to
it.
go.
You too?
Yeah, I can't really describe it, but it's like my mind is filled with this weird fog.
I think I made a promise to somebody? Like that we would go eat something delicious?
Everywhere, even.
Well then, we'll just have to get those memories back.
Yeah!
It's so peaceful. Everything's fine, right? What a fine place this is. Pretty normal stuff. You wanna join me up here? He didn't even try to run away. You guys got birds? No? Okay. No birds for me, I guess. Oh shit, okay. Wow, they're like, hey, be ready to die. Oh, that's a little spooky. Oh, we're getting to buildings. Oh, camera. I love when it... Oh, this reminds me of Hell in Devil May Cry 3.
Feel an enormous magical power ahead.
Just don't do anything rash. Got it?
Got
This is really cool.
Same goes for you, Kaine. I don't want to be alone anymore.
Yeah, but this place IRL. It's really normal. I love that this is Shadowlord's Castle, but not. Wow, they're like, please be ready to die. Please have all medicinal herbs possible. Alright. The cube.
Is this the Shadow Lord's castle?
Kaine, I'm sensing some powerful magic up ahead.
Don't worry about it. I'm not I'm not.
This is a very special place. To you and to the world.
So was the parts that we went up were parts that got destroyed, so we didn't actually go up before, so that's kind of cool. Terrence, hello! Bop. Yeah, this is,
That is the core frame of this forest, within which a great variety of information is stored.
Inside it exists all that this world is, including the memories you have lost.
Wait, no, there was... Ah!
You don't get to decide who lives and who dies.
That voice. It's the one from my dreams.
I interrupted.
Heard that voice before.
Yeah, also music box. It's going backwards. It's going backwards.
A record you repeatedly rewrote.
The music and the phases, I think, are going backwards. That's so cool. It is!
This far because you were with us, Cutney.
Damn it. What is this?
Do you suffer?
Shut the fuck up!
Thanks for popping in real quick. I am in joy. They didn't go far enough. They didn't go far enough. Oh fuck. Automata backgrounds and shit. Okay. It's just going deeper.
Where am I?
The health bar even and the map even.
These are your memories.
Okay.
These are your records.
Okay.
This is your world.
Doubt it.
The hell is this?
Sweet memories from deep within.
Sweet memories.
Better memories that were sealed away.
Shades?
Shades. Human souls that have gone gestalt.
These shades are what data
The blood effects. Yeah, tell us again. Tell us what we've done.
You are a foreign entity in this world.
an error created by a discrepancy between memory and record.
I have not understood a single fucking thing you shitty little ass grabbers have said since we
Shitty little
started this
ass
goddamn
grabbers.
adventure.
We are hackers. Was this in the original? Hell no. Originally, this was all in a novella that was released after, I think. BP, wait, that's enough! I can't live without you. But yeah, this was not gameplay ever until now.
God damn it. Enough with this bullshit already.
Are we doing boss fights again?
Voices.
Fear, hate, rage, suffering.
Each of them has meaning.
Oh. Is Gretel. We are complete, but our friends make us whole. Oopsies. That's... Oopsies! There we go. Ooh, there we especially go. What?
Stop it, stop it, stop it! I killed Shades. That's all there is to it.
Try friend but whole.
This is the deepest place in your memories.
Memories you had sealed away.
And this one is your worst memory.
The Airy. Aw, shit.
I'll kill you as many times as it takes. You goddamn shit fucking despicable piece of garbage!
Is he called Rook in Japanese?
Shut your goddamn traps for one goddamn second and let me kill it already!
Your efforts in future cannot be stopped.
There is no escaping this nightmare.
Someone else was there when I first fought this bastard. Fuck. Why can't I remember?
Ah, shit.
This is some twisted shit right here, and you're gonna pay!
Okay. Maybe I should be careful.
I won't lose to you.
By careful, I mean live dangerously, but different. Very, very bad of me. What the? Oh.
Uh-oh. I think it's charging up its magic. Get the fuck down here, you worthless, piss-guzzling shit rag!
Do I don't have anything else, right? Yeah.
Okay. That hurt.
Am I meant to die? Oh, there's no health anymore.
You disgust me. You disgust us all.
It's music.
We don't want you. Just leave us in peace.
Uh-oh.
Enough already! Please, just shut up! Fuck. This is bad.
The end.
Let's take a break.
When Kaine's eyes fluttered open, she sees a dozen villagers quizzically staring back. After a moment, she realizes she's collapsed on the ground where sharp stones dig at her flesh like... Whatever! That's not important right now. Oh no. She pulls herself to a knee before rising on unsteady feet and sparing a glance at her surroundings. The fuck? She mutters. What happened? Wasn't I just fighting shades? Her mind races as her hand grips unconsciously for the blade that had been her constant companion for so very long. Though she can't explain it, it's clear she has... You've somehow been transported to an entirely new world. What? What? Well, not entirely new. She recognizes the hawk-shaped weather vane twisting slowly in the wind above her, as well as the small round homes with wisps of smoke drifting into the air, and of course there are the villagers currently staring at her with a mixture of fear and disgust. Oh yes, their familiar sight indeed. She is in the Eyrie. She is home. Is something the matter, girl? Connie spins around to the voice and sees a woman ravaged by time. Her narrow hips barely seem strong enough to hold her body upright, while the shawl wrapped around her thin frame appears ready to fall apart at any moment. Grandma? Is that really you? Her grandmother's eyes grow almost comically wide before blinking several... No! Bear. You're gonna get slapped if you're here. Bear wants to read. What's wrong, you fool girl? Is your head lost in dreams? Slap me when I'm ready. Is that your quote, bud? Dreams? Could this be a dream? But it feels so real. But she's dead. Grandma's dead. I watched that goddamn shade kill her. So if this isn't a dream, how the hell is she here? Oh yeah, oh, an 18? Get the orbs out. That is not what you should say. You should be telling your grandson. Orbs out. Ooh. High numbers here. Alright, we're in Baby Caution Town. If you haven't, recommend delivering all the pizzas.
Pizza time.
Unless those shades killed me too. That must be it. I'm dead. I'm dead. Picasso is dead. Oh, stop with that nonsense already. Connie flinches as her grandmother raises a hand in the air, expecting pain to come as correction for her foolishness. But instead of a blow, her grandmother simply places the hand upon her granddaughter's cheek. The warmth of it instantly spreads from her cheek to her face before filling her entire body with a kind of beautiful light. What's wrong, girl? Asked her grandmother. Are you upset? Do you want to go home? It's pizza day, apparently. Is it actually? For me? For me? Connie feels tears coming to her eyes and struggles to hold them back. Though she still has no idea what is happening, she knows one thing is for certain. This is her grandmother. Sorry, Grandma. I'm not sure where my head was at there. Well, just make sure you keep it attached, her grandmother chuckles as she pulls her hand away. Maybe this is a dream, or maybe I'm already dead. I don't know. Already dead. But either way, I'm not alone. As long as Grandma is with me, that's enough. Didn't I just tell you to stop pacing, or spacing out, girl? Her grandmother says with a cackle. Here now, hold this. She hands Connie a large sack filled to bursting with all manner of fruits and vegetables. Damn, Grandma! This is a lot. Well, it's important to treat yourself every now and again. Besides, these villagers may hate us, but these bastards are more than willing to take our money. We'll lend support as we can, even if they have to hold their noses while doing it. Her grandmother trails off, as if trying to remember something, then slowly turns around. Well, what do you know? In all the excitement, I forgot to buy my medicine. Uh-oh. A thin smile wavers on her face for a moment before vanishing into a lifetime's worth of crevices and wrinkles, causing Connie to take a concerned step forward. No, Grandma, that's fine. You go home and rest, I'll go get the medicine. Her grandmother hesitates, clearly trying to weigh her own need for rest against her granddaughter's odd behavior of a moment before. Before she can start to argue, Kaine charges ahead, ignoring the small voice in her head that's telling her what a bad idea all of this is. Really, Grandma, it's fine. Grandma, no. Go home, I've got this. She pulls her grandmother's ancient wallet from her fingers, an act that requires a surprising amount of strength. Besides, you know how stubborn I am. Once my mind is set, there's no changing it. I wonder where you get that from. Seeing that further argument will be useless, her grandmother slowly turns and begins the long journey home. Kaine watches the figure recede from her vision, waiting for what seems an eternity to... He's done. To ensure everything is alright. Once the frail shadow finally vanishes over the horizon, she turns on a heel and makes for the apothecary. Are they just gonna tell this to us in a different way now? What was this guy's voice? Oh, he was like this. Ho there, says the elderly apothecary as Kaine enters the store. Here for Kylie's medicine, are you? Though few of the villagers have ever bothered to learn grandmother's name, she and the apothecary were old friends. Perhaps that was the reason he'd always showed her kindness when so many others did not. Yeah, if it's not a bother. Shopkeeper immediately sets about his work, deftly pulling bottles and herbs from the shelves and mixing them with a practiced hand. Soon, a peculiar smell begins to drift through the store, one that immediately reminds Kaine of her childhood. There you are. That's not the right voice, but now he's this voice, says the apothecary as he holds out a small cloth bag. Sorry for the wait. Oh, and say, it's a fine portrait you drew of your grandmother. Looks just like us. Or like her, so it does. Oh wait, okay, because in the previous thing, she went to go get medicine, and that's when, I think it was medicine. That's when he gave her the drawing stuff. So it is as if Grandma didn't die. Okay, I thought they were just gonna have her die. Well, they still can. They can still have her die again. Yeah, you know. We'll see. Honestly, I've never seen Kylie so over the moon about anything. He's more in this kind of voice, I remember. She brags about it every time she stops by. He's southern for some reason. Sorta. You saw that? Says Kaine, her eyes narrowing. Said portrait was something she had whipped up one day after getting her hands on some crayons, and to call it rough would be an act of purest generosity. The idea her grandmother was displaying it around town makes Kaine's stomach want to sink down to her feet before slinking off into a hole somewhere. You bet I saw it, the pleased apothecary said. She brought all the way here just to show me. I can't stick on the same voice. It's going between that and Bane almost. But it's been a long time since I've seen something so wonderful. I can't. Today's not voice day, I guess. Kaine's mind begins to whirl. The picture was shit. She was sure it was shit. And yet, the man's reaction displayed the exact opposite opinion. Is he just being nice to me? The apothecary, as if sensing her skepticism, doubles down. I could really tell you put your heart into it. It was simply wonderful. Thanks. Offers Kaine, who just wants the entire conversation to be over. She briefly considers how she's going to make her grandmother cease her little traveling art show, but then realizes that train has likely left the station. Shaking her head to banish her increasingly shrill thoughts, she grips the bag of medicine tightly and turns to leave. But just as she reaches the door, she hears a loud thud from somewhere back in the shop. Kaine turns around to see the apothecary crouching on the floor. Hey there, you okay? When the man does not reply, Kaine moves towards him. She assumes he just slipped on something, or perhaps hit his head on one of the low-hanging shelves in the crowded shop. But the moment she draws close to him, she hears him begin to scream inside her mind. My leg! My leg! My leg, my leg, my leg, my leg! Oh God, where's my leg? panic, Kaine looks down and discovers that the man's leg is gone. My leg! Help me! Screams the voice in red. Help me! As Kaine looks on in horror, the man's fingers begin to shimmer and vanish. He reaches out for her with the other hand, only to find that it too was no longer there. Soon his arms go, then his legs, and the side of his face warbles out of existence, causing a stray eyeball to roll out of its socket and onto the floor. The voice says, if it could even be called that anymore. I can't. A moment later, what remains of the pitiful shopkeeper collapses into a heap of ash, releasing a small puff into the suddenly silent air. Uh-oh. As Kaine stumbles back in horror, she hears a cacophony of terror rising up outside. Oh god, what's happening? My arms! Where are my arms? Why can't I see? Kaine bursts out of the store and finds herself in a nightmare. Holmes, is it slough? Off the side of cliffs. Taking out pieces of scaffolding as they fall. Screams echo out everywhere, creating an opera fit for hell. Villagers run in mad circles before exploding into dust, their clothing drifting this way and that as it floats untethered through the air. As she stares at the scene, wide-eyed, a single thought suddenly inserts itself into the forefront of her mind. Grandma! Kaine breaks into a run, the crumbling world around her suddenly forgotten. She leaps from one piece of falling debris to the next, using them as stepping stones to cross a world that is increasingly losing cohesion. As she continues her mad dash, flecks of ash are blown into her face, her mouth, her eyes. Ash. Ash, ash, ash. Buildings and people, all reduced to so many cinders in the wind. As soon as she arrives at her childhood home, it was once a place filled with precious memories, a place she regarded as an oasis in an increasingly mad world. But now it is nothing but a pile of ash. So I'm curious, is this ash or is this salt? I guess maybe she would say something if it was salt. So well, we'll see. I'm curious if this is just like a thing or if it's supposed to be like if things were normal up until Emil exploded the village, or if this was like the far past, or well, I don't know. Let's see. As she gets unbelievable at the sight, a faint sound suddenly reaches her ears. Kaine. She's alive. Grandma's alive. Well, this is kind of feeling like what actually happened then, but different. With a speed born out of panic, she leaps into the giant pile and begins shoving it aside. It stings her eyes and burns her lungs, but she continues on, heedless of the danger. Finally, she pulls a small blackened form out of the darkness. Come on, Grandma, she whispers. We're getting out of here. Without waiting for a response, Kaine gathers her grandmother in her arms and breaks into a mad run, hoping to escape the chaos. But the wave of ash has become a tsunami, and before she can make it more than a few desperate steps, it reaches out with a cruel hand and overwhelms them. Kaine stumbles and falls, sending her and her grandmother tumbling into the ashes. One glance at her feet is enough to reveal the culprit. Her right leg has vanished at a point just below the knee. Oh, it'll take more than that to stop me, mutters Kaine as she slings her grandmother over her shoulder and begins to crawl away. We're going to make it. We're going to live. As she crawls, her grandmother seems to grow lighter, as if trying to magically reduce the weight of her own burden. And as Kaine continues to struggle, she hears a small, soft voice enter her ear. Thank you, Kaine. Thank... As the voice drifted away, the last pile of ash that used to be her grandmother drifts away on the soft breeze. Kaine screams, an impossibly sad and lonely sound, and begins trying to pull the ashes back to her. This can't be happening. It can't be happening. But the ashes are mingling with all the other... Is it detritus? 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 I've never said that word out loud. From the collapsed village. And soon she can no longer tell which particles belong to who. Detritus. Come on, come on, come the fuck on already! She continues her frantic digging. Her hand suddenly closes around a piece of soft, ragged fabric. Her grandmother's shawl. I knew this place was a lie. I knew it, and I still couldn't do anything. I couldn't save anyone. I couldn't even escape. I just felt the peace in the place, and I accepted it. I wanted it. That's why there was nothing here. No reason to live. No goal. No anything. So this is why I'm... Say! The boy's back in town. Suddenly, a new voice enters Kaine's world.
I say, can you hear me?
I say. After a moment, the voice calls out again, louder, clearer.
Now then.
Now then.
You wish to get him back, hmm?
Him? Replied Kaine. Who are you talking about?
For the love of all the heavens, I always did know you were a handful.
Well, the voice immediately begins to grate on Kaine's nerves. There is something else as well. A kind of warmth. Almost a familiarity.
Are you truly so daft that you have already forgotten one of your beloved traveling companions and friends?
Says the voice, which causes something deep in Kaine's memories to surge forth. That's right. I had friends, and I was fighting to get one of them back. At this realization, a blinding, radiant beam of light shoots out across the ash-covered world. Covering her eyes with one trembling hand, Kaine reaches for it.
Do hurry back now.
Now call her a hussy.
Hussy?
Hussy. There it is. Hussy. Thank God. Thank Vice. Wait, do we? Does Kaine get to use Vice now? The boy!
What is the matter? Do you still not remember?
He's so loud!
You have not time to become lost in your thoughts.
Right. Okay. Let's get him back!
Oh shit. Okay, let's see what I can do. The power of Grimoire Vice grants you the use of magic.
Use
My Oh, I can still use her stuff too. If I want.
It's at top of the beast. I presume you know how to use magic, yes? And give us a show, hussy.
I don't need your help to take out this goddamn fuckwaffle.
Fuckwaffle? Jesus.
Use my power to knock the creature down with magic.
Yeah.
Well done. Now clobber the beast.
Working on it, bud.
Get up good.
It's just chaos in here. Fuckwaffle.
Shit, this thing's tough.
Let the next onslaught be our last.
Hey, Vice.
Yes.
Thanks.
Have you been in your cups again?
Fuck your face.
That's more like it.
Maybe I should heal. Hi, bud.
Are you sound of mind, hussy? What you're attempting is extremely...
Cram it, book. I'm doing this.
I see.
You know what? Let's use one of the fuck words. Let's use the charge one here. That doesn't take magic, does it? What the?
Let not your resolution waver before mere illusions again, hussy.
Hussy!
Don't worry.
Can I get a plussy?
I'll do what needs to be done.
Yo! Let's do it, Vice! Kill this man! Yeah! Get fucked a hook, you fucking piece! Fucking shit, fuck you all day long, you shit! Always a plussy, never mint minus C. Oh, Dark Hand is really cool looking here. Oh, I should have tried them out to see them all. Bonk, bonk. Punch him in the face till he dies. The fuck is that?
So this is a replicant's potential.
I hear a song.
Hey, don't go. Gotta go back. Don't go.
Shut up, shut up! I already made up my mind.
There he is.
Nobody tells me what to do. I swore I would be a sword. I swore that I would be your sword. Do you hear me? So I am going to get you back, and I don't care what it takes. Who the fuck do you think you are to just up and disappear like that, huh? I'm the one who gets to decide what my life means to me. It's my life, and I'll do whatever I want with it. So quit wasting time like a brainless fuckwit and get your ass back here now!
Fuck. System understands that restoring human souls to replicant bodies might not be the best course of action. No. It's power. Who the fuck is this? Who's this nerd? Oh, these are new. Hold on. I'm gonna translate this. I'm gonna pull up the thing because I haven't looked at it in a while. These are new. Alright, where's my thing? Where's my key? It's been so long. Actually, where the fuck is it indeed?
Keyblade.
When did that happen? Oh, there it is. Alright, so there's ST. Wait, no. Yeah, ST. Do it one at a time. STOP. Stop. CA. Go on. CAIN. Wait. CA. No, that's not I. Stop. CA thing T. NT. Oh, can't. Stop, can't. That's a K. I'm just gonna type it out. Can't. AI. Is that Kine? I think Kine. Yeah, that's Kine. No, that's no something. Can't. Stop. Oh, that's can't. Stop. Kine. It's not. BAC. No. Is it back? No back? Yeah, no back. Can't stop, no back. Baby got no back. Well, we did it. No. No, I think I'm good. Has anyone said no? Oh, I mean, it's no back. Nah. I think we're fine. We don't need him. Nah. I don't want to. If you choose this option, your current save data will be erased and the save... Wait, really? Okay, that's cool. That makes sense also. That's cool. Nah. Once your save data has been restored, this save data will be erased. You can only choose this option once. Are you really sure? So how do you... I didn't back up the Kaine save. Because I guess we did everything. You just finished it again? Okay. It only restores one file. Okay. That's too bad. I guess I am. Yeah. What is the name of the person you cherish? NieR 2. The correct name was entered. NieR Nay. Just do... Okay, that's pretty cool actually. All save files will be restored. Wow, this is so different. I don't think this is allowed ever in the other games. It's just disappear forever. My fishing! My shit! My quests! Yeah, okay. My weapons. So this game is very friendly to letting you do everything. My words, I can read again. I remembered how to read. Oh, wait, we're 48. I thought we were 49. Oh, I guess we leveled up after the save point. Don't try so hard. My birthday! Fishing records. Show me my fish. Something like you don't want to spoil it. Yeah, yeah. Then you do everything. Yeah. I mean, I knew that you guys were still doing stuff. I just assumed you knew to back it up. I guess we'll store it here. On number 3.
I leave the rest to you, hussy.
Hussy. That's why I was okay with saying when I was working on things, because I could brush it off as backing it up. Didn't back it up at all and just let my file get accessed. Yeah, well, yeah, like I was saying, like, even if I did it wrong somehow, or like if I forgot to turn off auto uploads or whatever, I was just gonna live with it being gone. Like the others. It's a flower, isn't it? It's a flower. And that's really cool to see above here, to see the everything. Wow, that is huge. The boy! So I do remember the flower in the story, but I don't remember it being this big.
Our journey may
Look at their skin.
Our past
That's
may have been a mistake.
That's not it though.
But we're not going back.
Even if this world comes to an end.
Because this.
Oh, he is little boy version.
This.
Hey, shut up!
With the people we cherish.
Stop being illegal. Damn. Yeah, this is from the crying police out here. Stop crying. Yeah, that's the Forest of Myth. Ending a cab. Well, in a way. So, I mean, we can see if there's anything after. I kind of doubt it, but it's fun because this is like even more of a happy ending in a way. Because at least three of the main characters are back together. Well, and Yona. So everything's fine until fucking everyone dies, because everything that's happened. We're not listed when you got D credits? No, I didn't notice. He was erased. No, yeah, I didn't see that. That's cool. No one told me to look, and so I just assumed it was the same. I'm curious if the, I mean, they should be listed as administrators now, probably. Yeah, I really like how they deal with erasing the character in, like, game stuff. Kira Buckland, girl. Okay. Carly, boy. I forget who else was listed. There was one more name that was question marks? Boy. Is ending now, and I get the rest of the day to listen for real. Ah, okay, that's what it was. I do like that they do that. That's pretty cool. That was good. I'm really glad that was in the game. Ending F. F. You have to talk just right. You have to speak angelic into your mic. And that's how you get ending F. Alright, I guess we'll talk more once everything is done. Then I don't really know where to go, because we can't just, I guess I can load a save and just have the background music happening. Maybe we can do like we did in the original, just go chill in the village. Chillage. Well, no, because the shrine is the save I have. There is one more thing? No, shh. I need to know that I can do stuff. You don't police me in my channel, sir. The police do that. But yeah, I don't know if, like, I can't remember if NAE was originally supposed to be in the game, and it wasn't, and I don't know when it came out as written, but it exists, and I'm pretty sure it's in, I have Grimoire NieR, which is, it's like the Japanese guide, but that's where a lot of the novellas are originally in, and a lot of concept art stuff. I think it's in there. I know and then there were none was in there, because I couldn't read it. But yeah, for what I remember, because oh shit. A parting greeting has been added to the options menu. Alright. I think it's pretty much the same as the written one was, because I remember the thing of going to the Forest of Myth, going inside the tree, and like going to get NieR and the memory of him back, and then Emil showing up with more hands. Something about like the weird boy and girl thing, and then the flower at the end. Visit that woman's house to acquire a new weapon. Visit that woman's house. Shit. A new weapon. A parting greeting. Huh?
All right, is everybody here?
Present and accounted for.
You betcha.
Sure. All right then.
Sure.
Dear players, the game is over, and we have a special message for you.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for play.
Yona, why aren't you in bed?
Oh, hey! It's my big brother.
My big brother.
I'm so sorry. I just didn't want to miss this.
Try and take it easy on her, okay? Yeah, you wouldn't turn down a request from your adorable little sister, would ya?
Popola, Devila, you're here too?
Looks like you're having yourself a grand old time, sunshine.
Okay, who was that?
He's so happy. Who was that?
Shut up, Tyrion. You'll just make
Tyrion?
things complicated.
We haven't all the time in the world. Let us finish what we came here to do.
She's fine.
So, it's really gonna be over, huh? Does that make anyone else feel sad?
We have to say
Yeah,
goodbye
Tyrion.
eventually. But hey, I'm sure we'll meet again.
You really think so?
I'm getting hungry over here. Want to hurry this up?
All right, once again, from the top.
Dear players, the game is over, and we have a special message for you. Ready? 1, 2...
Thank you for playing.
You're welcome. That's neat. And Tyrion so far away. If only you knew. He did know. It was a... He knows. Nothing in the middle. Visit that... So if I go to Devil and Popola again, I can be yeeted back to the village, right? Yeah. Okay, let's do that. I also want to see if there's anything... They didn't tell me about anything in the village, but I want to see if anything happened. So what happened? You were a fool and ran back. Yeah.
Such an ominous sight. And yet I find it strangely and now...
What happened was... What happened? Alright, we are soon to talk about lore. I just need to see what the fuck this is. Part of me, I'm assuming it's one of Kaine's swords. but we'll find out. Hello. Hello, birds. Whom? You must. The disease. Separating body and soul. Shells.
Well then.
You.
Seems the way is open.
That should be right out here, right? Debla pobla.
Hey, this Eve.
They're right, let's go back to the village.
They're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, it's good it's an option for this and also for that one side quest, but it's also like, it feels really, I don't know, wrong. Alright. Let's see. I mean, Yona wouldn't be here, because we're going to get her is what's happening, but I was curious if anything's different with our house. They didn't tell me, so I'd probably not. I mean, I can collect this. The defense capsules. Money. Okay, nothing new, I don't think. Nothing I can see that is different. Okay, so we gotta go to Hussy House. I guess I'll save another save. Man, it's so nice of the game to be like, hey, actually, here's all your stuff back. That's how kind of you. Hussy. 29. I think one of those is also wrong, because I think 2 of you added one at once. So I think it's 28. Though we skipped some, so there might be more.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
Yes. You did? I heard no minusy. My boy is back. There's the tall man's. You could have. There, what could this be? It might be something I want because I can save again. Silver ore. Let's ditch our boar and leave. The boars are back in town. Dun, dun. Oh shit, or is it Emil's staff? It's probably the sword. One-handed sword, Kaine's sword. Is this part of the... It's $9.99 for a one-handed? No magic power. You should upgrade it. Well, yeah, upgrade it. It becomes 2, doesn't it? Extra heavy for the... Really? Holy shit! We already did everything. Come here. Come here. Well. Well. It's the I need farm mats. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Well, that's very nice of them. How kind of you. Alright, let's see. Was it worth it, kid? I don't know. I guess. Worth what? Worth the price of nothing? this time because this version of the game is nicer to you, which is kind of weird because I mean the original wasn't, but also Automata did the same thing, and they're like, well, let's do that, but then also not.
Bap.
Hi, bud.
What can I help you with?
Iron ore. There's magic power. Okay, 20 iron ore. Easy.
Come back.
Which is the timeline that goes... Oh, is it? Oh, I mean, that makes sense.
Welcome. What can I help you with?
How many iron do I need? I probably need more anyway. Let's, I don't know, 50? I don't care about money. Money's fake.
Come back soon.
Oh, which is the timeline? Well, it's all technically the same timeline, I think. Because the reviving as the kid is 3 years after the end of D. Because like in this one, instead of having different branching endings, they just kind of continue. And so like D is the last. Well, I guess C and D are the different ones. So it's like if Kaine sacrifices herself versus if NieR does, and then Kaine gets him back.
What can I help you with?
I guess. I mean, after E, I don't think there's any more of his story. Leading to Automata. Broken Saw. I have exactly what I need. 100% magic power? Jesus! Well, there we go. Oh yeah, we can fully upgrade that too, I think. There's that trophy. Very good. What is enemies? Fuck. That kind of remembers most.
Come back soon.
It's also too bad though, because they became, you know, in a way, the same age, and then he became Babbo again. So this is insane, this weapon. It is everything. There's no effect on... Oh wait, I didn't even put shit on it yet. I didn't even shit on this yet. No. No. No, shut up. Very good. He's just Tavern Lady. Well, we can have this music actually. I'll have this as we talk about lore, and that's all we've got going on for us, I guess. Because that's it. That's the video game. The end. 12 to 10 you order for one junkyard run with that config. Fuck. Alright, well, yeah, I guess I can continue. And the only things I can't, well, the only thing I can't do on this save file is the speed run, because I am just a few hours over that. But I can do that eventually, and then And then... why move? For fun. For funsies. Alright, well that's NieR Replicant. And I feel bad I don't have a NieR theme over here, but you know, we got this. We got this. I kind of wish I had a scarf separately, but I don't. It's just part of Emil. But yeah, let's talk about lore for a bit, and then I think I'm done for now. For how. Getting the sword would give NieR kind of, yeah, that'd be really cool. Or I was hoping when you upgrade it fully to get a duelis. But I guess you never get to play with that anyway. But yeah, let's talk about lore, I guess. Let's add a big hold on. Where is the text? Lore. Lore time. Why are you that way? That's the biggest. 20. Okay. I don't really know where to put this right now. Over here, I guess. Just fill up the screen, why not? But make it look okay. Make it look okay. That's fine. It's not great, but it's something. Laura Bailey. PB Mac, hello! Alright, so yeah, ending E is awesome. I'm really glad it's in it. It was exciting, and there was still new shit. Like the sword. That was something I did not expect. So that's nice. I like it. So yeah, this really just is, in every way, the version of the original NieR to play. So many quality of life improvements. It plays better, it looks better, it treats your save data better. The only thing is there is no dad. That is, I think, the only thing that I wish. He's in the thing, and they might add more for him later, but no. Oh, well, then I have more time to sleep, I guess. More time to have a nap. Is that said in there? I don't see anything about it. Dad'll see when. Yeah, I heard that if it sold well enough, they might do that. And then if it would be a bit of work, but if they had it where they just had, even if they just put in all of his original lines as they were, and then maybe even swapped back to the other characters' original lines for times that he was referenced as a father. That's what I want. That's what I want. But yeah, if that is the thing, then this is like, besides just to play the old version, there's like no reason to not play this one. But yeah. Anyway, let's talk about lore. I don't have any structure for this. I don't know what you guys want me to do, if you want me to just read all the bullet points that I have, or just talk about the things that the game did not talk about. Or if there's like questions you guys have and see if I can remember the answers, we'll figure it out. Boy NieR, older NieR, and Papa NieR walk into a bar. Tavern Lady has a heart attack. Tavern Lady has a weird night. The one thing I did want to talk about, the main thing was and then there were none, the how the grimoires were created, because I got something wrong. I thought that book, so that I'll try to talk about it in a way that makes sense, but like I'm not gonna just read it. But that story is how the grimoires were created. There were 13, there were 13 potential ones. So yeah, so how it works is it's written in the perspective of Vice. I mean, it makes it pretty clear at the end, but you just assume it the whole time. Basically, he wakes up in like a room with 12 other people. Everyone has a book next to them. It's just a blank, I think it's a blank gray. Like there's nothing, it's just a book. Everyone is like, so this is in Hamelin, which is the same organization that created Weapons 6 and 7, and does a lot of child experiments and shit. So I guess everyone that was in that room, including Vice, whatever his original name was, worked for the company, and there was like this was like a bonus, get extra money job kind of thing. And so everyone woke up. Most everyone speaks different languages, which is kind of important. That like everyone acknowledges that they can't understand each other, so they're just kind of in this room together, chilling and not knowing what to do. But there is a girl there that also speaks whatever language Vice does, and so they communicate a little bit. But I think someone, I forget how it starts. Something happens where someone maybe attacks the girl, and then a hand comes out of her book, kills the guy, and then that guy is sucked into his own book, and a face is put on the book. And I think that is, I don't remember if it's a blue or green one. Basically, everyone's book is different. So what happens is that happens, and everyone's like, oh shit, what does that mean? And so they're trying to figure out what's going on, and then they realize like, it kind of has to become a battle royale, and I think they're told that the final two standing get to live, and so they're trying to figure out what to do, and so people start like attacking each other, and if the people who kill each other with their bare hands or stuff are that person, so the person they kill and themselves are sucked into their own books and just are dead basically. And so every time someone's sucked into a book, it changes to a color and there is a different weird face on it. And so everyone's like kind of disappearing into their books and like killing each other to try to survive. But Vice and this girl are like working together. They're like, well, we can be the two last ones living because we don't, like, we can talk to each other and we can, you know, not have to kill each other if we kill everyone else. So they're doing all that shit. Everyone's dying and turning into their books basically, and then I think the girl gets impaled, and then goes into her book, which is red. I thought it was different. The girl from this story is Rubrum that you fight in this game, which is fucked up, and she doesn't talk because she's dead. So then the one that killed her was Noir. So the two remaining ones are Noir and Vice. They also get sucked into their books, but they get to live because they won basically. So everyone else is dead, and they're just like, they are just kind of existing books, I think, that like still do stuff, but like Vice and Noir are like living still because of this. But everyone got fucked over. But the whole thing with the books as well is in Emil's library, yeah.
Now I'm a little motivated.
Ivan, hello. What time was this? It was pretty early on, because this was before. So this was during the Gestalt research stuff, because the thing of this is they were trying to basically the way that like bringing, I forget what the term is, bringing the souls back into the bodies required a lot of power, and the way that they were gonna get that power was from the books, and so they needed to, you know, kind of have the most powerful books remaining to be able to generate that power. And that's also the thing of like Noir and Vice working together to generate enough power to like pull everyone's souls back into their bodies, and that was like kind of the search for that, I guess. From there, I'm not really sure. I don't remember why Noir was the template for separating body and soul, because that is the thing. They like copied him, or copied something about his power, mass produced it, so like everyone who went through Gestaltification had their own personal Grimoire Noir, which is an interesting thing. Ending. We finished the game when we're talking about lore. 2050s, yes. I think so, because this would have been before the like intro of the game, I believe. I don't think so, actually. So I have the Japanese one. I think there's a lot of unofficial ones. I know there's hold on. Let me go check something. Bear, please don't unplug things. Get out of there. Move, bud. One moment. Buddy, get down. Get down. Get down. So I have Grimoire Noir, which is in Japanese, but I mostly got it because of the concept art, and then I realized all that stuff was in it, but in Japanese. And then I've got The Strange Works of Yoko Taro, which is kind of like a pull together of all the information everywhere. But I also have, well, I guess there's Yorha Boys, which is, I think it's mostly Automata, or entirely. Is it all it is? I think it's only that. Yeah. Then I also have Short Story Long, which I think there's Long Story Short. This has Flame of Prometheus in it, which is the BP thing. Yeah, I guess that's all there. I mean, there's other things in here, but yeah, I don't think there's anything official of the other stories yet. Maybe there will be. But yeah, the book lore is some of the most interesting shit to me. Damn it. Oh, well, I think that Grimoire and NieR was like from years and years ago. The White Snow edition has, that's that thing in the corner. It has the script and like a noir pin, but I don't think any of the like stories and stuff are in there. But yeah, let's see. Lore stuff. I guess I'll look at my notes and we can just go through some of the points. But like, it was mostly I just want to talk about the books. I wanted to see if that came up at all, but kind of a lot of the other stuff is mentioned in the game. Like, some of it was before, but they added more, which is nice. So some of this is less neat, I guess. Oh yeah, something I kind of talked about, but like the whole, what's the word? The theme of the original NieR was, it happened because of 9/11, actually, which is kind of interesting. Let's see. That's all that stuff. Drakengard 3, Drakengard. So we'll start. The end of Drakengard is where the beginning of NieR starts. I'm not gonna go over everything. I'm just gonna kind of talk about some stuff, because in the Gestalt playthrough, I think I listed literally all of my notes. Yeah, so Drakengard has, like, in its whole ending, like, an ending E. That's where the beginning of NieR happens. So basically, Kaim, the main character of Drakengard, Angelus, who is the dragon, and the Queen Beast, who is what they're fighting, all get transported to modern-day Tokyo. And so they fight there, and then I think the Air Force is like, fuck! And so they shoot them all out of the sky, basically. So they're... Modern day is 2003. Queen is defeated and crumbles. Japanese fighter jets shoot and kill Kaim. Oh yeah, because the battle happens, so they beat the Queen Beast and she crumbles, and that's where white chlorination syndrome starts to spread everywhere. And then fighter jets shoot down Kaim and Red Dragon, and that's kind of where magic gets into the world. I'll just read my notes, because it's just some interesting points, I guess. Dragon's body was recovered and removed to a secret lab. White chlorination syndrome emerged and caused the body to calcify completely, transforming into a salt statue, or just lead to extremely violent behavior. Which I think there's a note about that later. Wall of Jericho was built around Shinjuku to keep white chlorination syndrome from spreading. Last video capture from the area ended with a giant white creature. Huge black spot formed at the center. Wall was breached from inside, and raging white creatures poured out, killing people. They were former humans, so yeah. This is Legion, is what these were called, the like people who went mad. They had a blood-eyed member called Red Eye, and that is something not ever confirmed anywhere, but I and a lot of people think that Red Eye is Kaim, who lived through being exploded, basically. White chlorination spread. Something about the US nuking Shinjuku. Legion was stopped, but white chlorination spread to the world because it got exploded up in the sky and everywhere. Research on dragons showed it come from another dimension, and Maso, the demonic element, was discovered there. Maso was immune to heat or explosives, so nuking only spread the particles. Maso was used to create magic in our world. Humans came to interact with when humans came to interact with Maso, the Watcher Atom. So Watchers are a thing from the Dragon Guard universe, which kind of bleeds over into it. If God offers them a pact, which is a really cool piece of lore, because in the Dragon Guard universe there are pacts with creatures, and that's when you make a pact with a creature, you give up something to, like, you know, have a pact with them. So with Kaim, he gave up speech, so he can't talk anymore. He gets a sweet tattoo on his tongue, and then he's friends with the dragon, and then someone else gave up their eyes. That's the only one I remember. They gave up, like, different senses, I think. And so, yeah. So the, like, pact kind of coming over into this is a really cool thing. If they agree to the pact, they become a member of Legion. If they refuse, they die of calcification. So that's like, white chlorination enters people and they get like this kind of pact in a way. And so if they agree, they become monsters to like go kill people, basically. And if they refuse, they turn to salt and they melt, basically. It was good. It was really good. I was really excited to play as Kaine, and it was nice. It hit real nice. I need to go watch it again because there was some dialogue I missed during a fight. But yeah, it mostly played out like the novel, I think, from what I remember. At least the main points. So it was nice to like have it be in the game and also playable. Using Masa properties, scientists were able to extract human soul and reinsert it into bodies with no problem. Project Gestalt was born to immunize humanity from white chlorination syndrome by separating soul while keeping the body intact. Legion needed to be stopped, and a new drug, oh yeah, Lucifer something, was created to slow down the virus infection, meant to give the soldiers who could then, or give to soldiers who could combat Legion. And it only worked on children, and that's kind of where the like child experiments and child weapons started happening with like Halua and Emil, and kind of, I don't know how old Vice and everyone in that situation were. Not very old. They were also kids, pretty much. Hamelin organization was formed to recruit and abduct children to train them for combat. People were trying to fight Red Eye. White chlorination was spreading. National Weapons Lab was created beneath a huge mansion, as Hamelin had a monopoly over the government's magic, which is just a great sentence. Objective was to create magic weapons and started experimenting on children, so yeah, that's where Emil was existing. In 2025, 7 young children were subject to torture, turned them into weapons. Number 6, Halua, was successful at destroying anything, though she became enraged and turned on her creators. Number 7, Emil, got petrification powers and helped lock number 6 away in a lab. That we actually read in the game. That's the thing they don't talk about. I don't remember if I have notes on that, because it feels like I can't talk about that too much without spoiling some Automata stuff. But it feels like, in a way, they're at least precursors to them. Because, like, everything in the tree is, like, Earth's data and shit. In a way. And I think it kind of continues into what exists in automata. So I think maybe, yes, kind of. So after Emil locked away his sister, funds were cut, everything was closed, Emil just hung out in the mansion and forgot shit over the time that happened. Project Gestalt finally gained traction. Replicant system was set up. Based on genetic data stored in the Gestalt, it was possible to clone artificial bodies at will. Gestaltification is removing the body from soul, and replicantization is inserting the soul into a body identical to the original. All of humanity would be put to sleep, while replicants, who would be endowed with minimal consciousness and immune against white chlorination syndrome, would be in charge of traveling the globe and purifying all traces of Maso and Legion. So basically, the real humans would be put to bed. Their clone bodies that they would later return to, like, had like minimal awareness and everything, was just going around removing the rest of Legion and destroying the Maso particles around. Androids would be placed at strategic places around the globe to monitor progress and hopefully return Maso to its own dimension. Once the planet is purged, Gestalts can join with their replicants. This is where the books come in. Power was needed to mass return Gestalts. They were transferred into book-like vessels and became Project Grimoire. Among 13 selected sealed books, Grimoire, Noir, and Vice released the most energy when simultaneously activated to perform the transfer of souls. They were definitely the same voice actors. Classic. With everything in place, the wealthy went first. It was discovered that after long periods of errors, Gestalts would lose consciousness and become violent. Not human-shaped, but Gestalts still had a physical form to interact with the world. Okay, so yeah, violent and kind of what we see as shades here. To do it right, solid and pure Maso had to be extracted from the Gestalt, who managed to preserve sentience and physical integrity over Gestaltification in order to distribute to other Gestalts. So they're looking for Gestalt Prime, the original Gestalt, and so that's kind of where they started making more noirs to figure out who could survive this transformation and help everyone else do so as well. To get the original Gestalt, soul extraction had to be performed by Noir, so they could so they were mass produced and handed out to the poor to hopefully find the perfect Gestalt. So yeah, the rich people got to deal with this first, and when they're experimenting on, well, let's see if we can find someone who can survive this, they just handed the books out to the poor, which makes sense with Yona and NieR, looking for food, and the lady's like, "Hey, come with us." And here's books and shit. Which is kind of the next thing. NieR was searching for a cure for his Yona, depending on the version. People around them would come in contact with the Noirs and instantly turn into relapsed Gestalt. So that was like the lady that took them, like, immediately relapsed and became a monster to them. And then that's what led to the intro. Which then NieR used his book. Nothing seemed to happen, which means that it worked correctly. Yona getting the black scrawl after she touched the book meant that she was showing signs of a failed Gestaltification, slowly relapsing, I guess, is the thing there. And then to save Yona, NieR agreed to provide his, the Maso in him to continue the project to make this work and everything. So there's so much lore before the game happens, and it's some of the coolest shit. Like everything with this, and it's all fucked up and it's amazing. Gestalt Yona was going through relapse and was placed in a long, deep sleep, and so that's where we see what we see in Shadow Lord's castle, basically. After they kind of merge in a way, but Gestaltification process of the world started with the replicants, and the replicants cleansed the world over the millennium. So they were going around destroying Legion and purging Maso, the magic kind of around from the world. In 3287, the androids completed sending the last particles back to the original universe. Project Gestalt came to an end, and all dormant souls began to awaken to integrate into their replicants. Replicants had acquired their own consciousness, however, and developed a civilization currently at medieval state, which we see, which is a really cool thing that, like, things aren't back to how they were because everything was fucked. They also saw the awakened Gestalt as bloodthirsty monsters, shades, and started to kill them. Gestalt still became relapsed ragey. It's my note there. Consciousness in replicants caused madness in their Gestalts, which is kind of cool as well, I think. Original NieR gathers original Noir and tasks androids with getting Vice. And then the replicant NieR to help. And then they get replicant NieR, the main character, to help with that. Then I have just notes of everything that happened in the game, but I feel like there's some stuff that's kind of like secret. Like these are all the bullet points I made that just happen. Let's see. Oh. Devil and Popo told NieR the prophecy of Vice, the white book that would defeat the evil black book. The white book could only win while in possession of the sealed verses. These were really fragments of Vice's power that they needed to recover to trigger the integration of Gestalts into the replicants. Yeah. I mean, Automata is the follow-up NieR game. I want another. I think if they're like the next game, I feel like they might go Drakengard again next. There's something, I think I have a note in here that Yokotaro said he's wanted to make Drakengard or like Dragon game in space. And it makes sense, kind of. Said they only know about Vice from the song. Well, they made up the myth about, and got NieR on track to complete Project Gestalt. So yeah, they're guiding him to get things working correctly. Black Scrawl was actually just the mark that was left on a replicant when their Gestalt entered the relapse phase. And it would lead to death. Without genetic data stored in the Gestalt, the replicant system could no longer create a body. Mkane was attacked. Yeah, that's the Pact with Tyrann. Similar to the Pact with Drakengard universe. Let's see. Forest of Myth contains Sleeping Beauty. Computer network used by our time to research Maso and quantum physics. It was also the location where replicants were created based on Gestalt data. Neat shit. Neat shit. That's all normal. This all just happens at us. Kinda impaled and Tyrann comes out to play. Man, my notes are good. Wolfshade was originally a dog, and his owner forced him through the Gestaltification process. Desert was once a forest as well, and the wolves hated the humans for destroying it. That was something we talked about. Shadowlord's Castle is basically the last bastion of humanity. The Dancing Shades turn to fight for it, which we talked about. And then just that, like, the main characters realize the truth of the whole thing and still decide to kill the Shadow Lord. They don't care. There's all that is normal shit. Yona had become one human again, and then unbecame human because it wasn't fair. Gestalt NieR had been trying to save his Yona for 1,000 years. Vice destroyed Noir, in turn draining and destroying himself. Replicant NieR kills Gestalt NieR. And the Gestalt... Wait. Oh yeah, reunite in the afterlife? Question mark? Tyrann shit. That's all that. Emil's head lives on and goes to find his friends. Ending E. I don't think my launch PS3 can hint. I've heard it's just really bad at playing on anything. I have it too. I haven't got to it, but I heard the frame rate is really bad. Like no matter what. Only 3 months ago. Platinum. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna look at ending E. I'm curious if anything's different. So yeah, the whole like she felt like she lost something important, wasn't sure what. Went to the Forest of Myth. Forces merged with Cables. Overseer. Wait, they called them something else, didn't they? Overseers, I think is what they were called in the book or the story. Explain the system was the final phase. Was in the final phase of its shutdown sequence. Overseer was in charge of Maso distribution from the original Gestalt. Because he and the books were destroyed, Project Gestalt had failed. No Maso to avoid relapse and no books to power transfer of souls. So everything was fucked. Forest could no longer produce replicants, and because of that, Gestalts and replicants would all soon die out. This says Overseer summoned P-33 robots, which kind of jogged Kaine's memories, so things are a little different. Overseer promised to help if Kaine could beat her robo-self, which kind of happened. Emil appeared with a new body and extra arms because he accidentally added them. That's what it was. He did it by accident. That's the best thing about it. He didn't mean to have more arms. They destroyed the power source in the tree. NieR's in front of her. Vice pushes her to go, and she goes after the memory of NieR. Scene resolved again, and a huge metal flower like a lunar tear is seen. NieR is there, possibly another body from a time before the halfway point. Oh! So I think what this means and what we saw is the version he's younger NieR because that is the like current stored replicant version of himself. So that's like the memories I guess would go in that one or something. Yeah, the flower is metal. That's what this says at least. I mean, it looks like it could be. Can I explain what more? About Emil's arms? He added them by accident. He added extra arms by accident. That's all I have in my notes. How? Emil did. Emil added them when he was like trying to reconstruct his body, I guess. Emil appeared with new body and extra arms because he accidentally added them. That's what my notes say. I don't think there's much more than that, honestly. This might get into spoilers. No, it's leading up to Automata, that's fine. I'll try not to read anything that is a spoiler, though. After Devil and Popola failed, all other models were put out of service. Only one pair left. The pair heard of the failing of the other pair that we know and got all the data of the world and humans and stuff, and this is getting into more... this is all good shit, but if you want to experience Automata for the first time... this is all good shit, but it's spoilers for Automata. Alright, we won't talk about any of that. Anyway... It does seem there's a little bit more information that was originally written about ending E, but it's mostly the same. Which is nice. Mainly, just what this is hinting at is that the body of NieR that we have is just a version, like a different replicant, like built from the information that was already existing of him from when things originally happened. So it's just another of baby him because of that. Yeah, I think that's mostly everything that doesn't become automata information, which is all really interesting stuff also. Yeah, that's I think that's enough to kind of just fill in most of the gaps, I suppose. But so I think we have some time. Do you guys want to just like discuss random bits of lore somehow? There's no real way to go about this. Just I just wanted to make sure I listed the things I had noted, I don't know, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whenever we played Gestalt, of all the extra stuff that wasn't mentioned in the game directly, even though a lot more was. More about how Emil got whole again. Well, that's the other thing, because it's kind of interesting, because it kind of... Let's see if there's more information. NieR... Let's see. That would be the Lost World, I think is what ending E is. The Lost World. The end is near. Okay, let's just search Emil specifically, because I think everything else is mostly Emil. So this is a translation of literally what the original writing was. So this isn't like bullet points anymore. Emil, with an extra pair of arms that accidentally formed when he was doing reconstruction work on his body, appears out of nowhere. That's really it. An Emil in a slightly different body, an older Kaine, and a younger version of him. I think there's art of it as well. Yeah, there is. Oh, I actually have that art. I mean, it looks like what we saw. We really need an Emil game. Let me go grab Grimoire and NieR. The lore in Japanese. That's fine. Oh, there, I saw him immediately. So yeah, there's a bunch of short stories in the back. Did they title them in English? It says short story in English. 26, something. The end is, oh, that's in English. Yeah, there he is. So there was a rendering. It's just him with more arms. That's all it is. Just the boy with an extra set of arms because he fucked up making himself. Oh, there's Little Mermaid. There's some concept art of the shipwreck that didn't exist in the original game. Some about Kaine. I think that's the books one. Something in Facade. There's actually quite a few of these. Oh, there's the books one. There's the books one. Bring. Yeah, Grimoire NieR is pretty cool. If I could read Japanese, it'd be even cooler. But there's a lot of interesting concept art of like original character ideas. Let's see if I can find. One of the ideas for NieR was little dog guy at one point. Let's see if I can find him. But I still love, like, the original concept of NieR was something about like characters diving into storybooks, which is why the like the shade names stayed that way. There's a little dog him in the corner. It's got little wings. And then one that kind of looks like Automata style. And then older him. The design's changed quite a bit, actually. Also, there's all the weapons rendered in the back as well. But yeah, I think I felt weird kind of just listing lore again, but that's just kind of how it is. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about, I think we're done. I think we're done with NieR until I need to play another NieR. I'll give you guys a second. If there's anything you want to say, like, oh, I thought this piece of lore was cool, or like, I want to know more about this. Or, what did you think about this? Or was this in the original or something? I don't know. We'll go with that, and then if there's nothing, we'll just be done. What about time? First play... Because of... Let's see, math. Because, well... There's... So if it... What's that many... So, 14,000 after... Let me do a calculator math. I think it makes sense. So, it's 2053... Plus... Fuck. 2053 plus 1400 plus 5 years. Oh, it doesn't make sense. Plus... Wait. Oh, you're doing that. Well, it's 8, so... E is 8 years after the beginning of the original. It says it's 14 and 12 years after? I don't remember seeing that. But yeah, so I guess, yeah, it's only 8. It's only 8 years after the beginning of the game to where ending E starts. I don't know. When did it say 1412? Yes. Yes. And then it's like 1400 years later. Yeah. I'm not remembering the one in E, even though it just happened. When you start a new game after you save, when your save is erased. Oh, does it? I don't remember seeing that. I can check that real quick. I think that's over here. Let me mute desktop, I think, so not to hear it. Alright, let's see, because we did that here. It does say 1412 years later there. Does it say that in the intro too? Because the boy NieR part And the second save file is actually Dream of Kaine. Yeah, but what I was thinking you were confused on, which is what I'm still confused on, is Kaine's dreaming of it would be 8 years after the beginning of the game instead of 12. Unless the original doesn't say 1400. Oh? Yeah. But that doesn't change how time works. That's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah. Who knows? That is interesting. Because, yeah, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Which you could argue where the time sat, maybe. But they don't say what year it is ever. They're just like, this many years later. So, yeah, that is kind of interesting. I have no idea. Because I also didn't know that the amount of time was different for Papa NieR and Brother NieR. So I think Papa NieR is 1300. I already went over that like twice. You want me to do it again? Because the only other information is just... I don't remember. Okay, basically, he later wakes up that he exists. He remembers he wants to see the world, but not why. He forgot about Khalil. Some other robots appear and start like repairing him, and then like eventually he kind of merges with a lot of other robots. And then he becomes this huge, like, sphere of robots, kind of consciousnesses. Jesus. And he keeps, like... let me read the notes so I don't get it wrong. It's the very bottom of my notes. He evolves and grants awareness to other robots, and they all merge together. He becomes a huge sphere. He explodes out the top of the junk heap because it's a mountain, so he, like, erupts out of the mountain. This is how long is this is much in the future that this happens. This is already in Automata's time when androids and robots are fighting. He sees them fighting. They don't know fear like BP did. Because of that, they were not alive. So he hacked into them the message, "Let us live," to let them have consciousness. Androids and machines are in that specific area stop fighting, and they sing, and they join BP's network. And then he explodes and goes into space, and all the little pieces of him and his other robot consciousnesses are singing that they are alive and they are seeing the world. And so in a way he's fulfilling his promise to Khalil to go see the world, because he can literally see the world as he leaves into space. Hi, back. I'm also back. Hello. And that's mostly all that BP's thing is that he lives and then evolves and spreads awareness to other robots. Because he had that ability, I guess. Peace and love. Love and peace. And I think most anything else is just stuff about Automata. I'm Bax, I'm Die, thanks you forever. Or hi Bax. Hi Bax. Did BP start the parade escort quest in Automata? Not directly, but in a way he did. In a way he did.